All right, Sas. So for this Kriya, we will sit in just cross legs in Sukhasana, and the way this works is also to stimulate the digestion. So basically, a lot of what's happening in our immune system is coming from the intestines, because the intestines are the brain of our body basically, and that is interpreting what's coming into the body and how do we need to process it. So when we throw in when we bite, when we chew, and our enzymes break the macro, turning it into a micro, from macro to micro, sometimes we don't chew enough, or sometimes whatever goes into our intestines is recognized as a threat, right? As a disease, more than a nutrient. So our body starts throwing white blood cells, antibodies, into the intestines, creating breaks, little tears in the intestines, so that it can fight the enemy, because we have not chewed enough or because we have ingested something that is damaging. So this is all producing lots of mucus in our body. And this exercise is helping reestablish the hormonal balance and also the enzymatic balance in our body. So the excessive acidity in the stomach, and the whole colony, the whole culture of good and bad bacteria in our intestines. So you will see also in a link that I'm sending you that there are probiotics that you can take to balance the good and the bad bacteria in the intestines. So when there is more of the bad bacteria that's also functioning and like parasites, generating the craving of certain food to keep that colony alive. So they're real parasites. So they want to stay alive, so they send signals of craving for certain food to make sure that they survive. So what probiotics do is they increase the number of good bacteria in our system, balancing out the craving for certain types of food, so that we will be able to eat healthier. So you will see that in the list of supplements that I'm sending you, that there are probiotics in there as well, okay? Then the vitamin C, the vitamin D. Vitamin C is antioxidant as well, which is cleansing all this mucosity. Also sometimes little pieces of plastic, that sometimes when we save food in leftover food into plastic containers that are not BPA free, or that we are consuming things that zijn niet BPA-vrij of niet GMO-vrij. All these little things, they sit on the little seat of our cells, occupying a space, blocking it from absorbing nutrients and producing mucosity and taking the place of where the nutrients should be sitting to be taken in by the cell. So there's stukjes plastic, GMO, all sorts of gif, Also the synthetics in some supplements. This is why it's very important to make sure that the supplements you take, they're free of synthetics, to make sure that they're not occupying the space of the nutrient, of the vitamin you need. So we need... so I'll show this one sideways. It's we're gonna hold onto the knees, lean back. I'll demonstrate it first, then we practice it together also. So we're gonna do 3 rounds, okay? So the little demonstration, we lean back. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth, leaning forward. Literally like spitting fire, and we're increasing the heat of the body, the cleansing, we're increasing the heat, allowing the junk to come out, okay? So once we've breathed out through the mouth, I'm gonna sit up straight again and lengthen the spine, push the shoulders up, and with the lungs empty, gonna close the air pipes and start pulling the navel in as quickly as you can, as often as you can. So, and empty lungs. the boobs go up, but I'm not doing anything with the chest. It just happens, okay? We're pulling the navel in. Opa, empty, empty, empty lungs. Come up. Until you need to catch your breath again. Once you do, you breathe in, palms facing upwards, eyes closed for a few seconds, take a break, and then we go again. Breathe in, breathe out, empty lungs, pulling the navel in as quickly and as often as you can with the lungs empty. Okay, so let's do that together. So taking a comfortable position, and this you can do on your own once you've gotten a hang of it. Again, empty stomach is very important. If you had anything to eat, you start regurgitating. You can be 100% sure of that. So this is really nice to do as soon as you wake up. Do this Kriya, do the Bastrika. You're starting off the day golden, like cleansing the residues, then giving yourself some nice warm tea to start the day, and then have your meal. That would be perfect, and as much alkalines as possible. And then after the meal, after the alkalines, you'll see in the link I'm sending you, there are also some recipes that I need to try myself. Then the supplements after that. You will also see that there is the greens supplements. They are to detox the system after the meal. So especially from metallics, from metals, from synthetics that have stayed in our bodies because of pans we use, leftover food, stuff that have become oxidated. So this green is really cleansing it out. It might give you some headache if you decide to take it. It might give you some headache at first, or some nausea even at first, but it's just the junk coming out that needs to come out. I've been taking those. It can be intense in the first week to the 10 days. For some people, just 2 days, depends on the diets. For me, it's been like a week of a little bit nausea. But then it's okay. You get into the flow, okay? And it's all natural stuff, natural products. GMO-vrij, synthetisch-vrij. They're in, anyway. So let's get to the Kriya. Take a deep breath in. Letting go. Breathe in, lean back. All the way to the back. Breathe out. Empty lungs. Pull the navel in. Chin to the chest. Important detail I forgot. And breathe. We're contracting the bandhas by doing that. So we have the sphincters when we contract the anus and the vagina. And we pulling the navel in, we're contracting the abs, and by bringing the chin to the chest, we are contracting the throat. Okay, keeping the length and the chest by keeping the lungs empty. Okay, let's do another round. Breathe in. Breathe out. Empty lungs. Contract the bandhas. Pull the navel in. Catch your breath whenever you need to, at your own pace, at your own tempo. Each day is a different day. And last round, breathe in, breathe out. Empty lungs, pull the navel in. And relax. If you want to loosen up a little more, a nice exercise to do that's also stimulating the digestion is then leaning forward and just doing a few rotations with the upper body. Forward and back. You can rotate 3 times to one side, switch sides when you reach the bottom. You can increase that to 10 times each side. So you decide, 3, 5, 10, up to 10 is enough. And see how you feel. All right, that's it.